These forbidden marriages were erased from history books, but these rare photographs survived. Subscribe now to preserve their courageous stories. Today we uncover forbidden love that changed history from the 1800s to 1960s. Richard Loving and Mildred Jeter were detained under state law. Couple forced to leave the state for 25 years under anti-miscegenation laws. Their 1967 Supreme Court case legalized interracial marriage nationwide. Black boxer Jack Johnson married white woman Etta Terry Duryea despite anti-miscegenation laws. Johnson married 3 white women, encountering repeated legal barriers. Interracial marriage remained illegal in many U.S. states until 1967. Wealthy white Leonard Rhinelander married Alice Beatrice Jones, then sued, claiming concealed black ancestry. Court required physical examination to determine racial classification. Case exposed legal boundaries, policing racial group membership. White captive Cynthia Ann Parker married Comanche chief Peta Nocona and had 3 children. Texas Rangers arrived in 1860, resulting in family separation. She struggled readjusting to white society, longing for her Comanche family. Winema defied arranged marriage tradition, running off with white settler Frank Riddle. Family rejected union until Frank gave horses following Modoc customs. Couple served as interpreters during 1872 Modoc War. Kiowa chief Quipago posed with wife Etla before signing Little Arkansas Treaty. Federal policies increasingly restricted tribal sovereignty and traditional customs. Government agents pressured Native leaders to abandon polygamous marriages. Cherokee chief John Ross married Quaker schoolteacher Mary Bryan Stapler from Delaware. Their courtship letters playfully mocked captivity stereotypes. Ross had previously opposed intermarriage, but chose white wife for diplomatic reasons. Mountain man Jim Bridger married 3 Native women after each wife's death, wives from Flathead, Shoshone, and Chief Washakee's daughter Mary. Frontier society accepted white men marrying Native women but strictly prohibited reverse unions. Northern Paiute author married Lieutenant Lewis Hopkins after first marriage ended. Hopkins contributed to her autobiography research but squandered her money. Marriages between Native women and white officers faced tribal criticism during conflicts. African-American soldier married Mojave woman, creating unique mixed community. Such unions occurred in Spanish territories and frontier regions. Census records often omitted Native women's names entirely. White cowboy William Irving married Lakota woman Ella Bissonette, daughter of Chief Rocky Bear. Family toured Buffalo Bill's show with son Benny. Interracial marriages faced severe discrimination despite celebrity status. These frontier stories are just the beginning. Do you know of forbidden marriages in your family's past? Please like and share those stories in the comments. Every family history deserves to be told. Now we explore Victorian era's secret loves. Young wealthy couple captured intimate gazing moment without required chaperone present. Victorian propriety demanded third-party supervision for unmarried pairs. Photography sessions alone together risked reputation damage, threatening future marriage prospects. Formal portrait captured tender intimacy before engagement announcement, considered socially improper. Men who abandoned photographed courtships faced breach of promise lawsuits. Such photographs created legal obligations in Victorian society. Victorian couple displayed rare playful spontaneity across 4 photo panels. Multi-lens camera created collectible portraits documenting affection. Such displays between unmarried individuals violated strict behavioral codes. Well-dressed couple photographed in ornate parlor during formal courtship ritual. Woman winds yarn while man assists holding the skein together. Such domestic activities symbolized companionate partnership ideals in Victorian marriage customs. Young Victorian couple posed intimately in painted garden backdrop. Unchaperoned meetings between unmarried pairs endangered family reputation. Parents controlled marriage decisions, making love-based unions socially unacceptable arrangements. Woman in high-neck bodice poses with bearded frontiersmen in outdoor setting. Settled townspeople viewed frontier travelers as unreliable marriage partners. Mobility discouraged frontier marriages. Formal family portrait displays fashionable leg of mutton sleeves of that decade. Cabinet cards cost working-class weekly wages. Expensive photography proved middle-class status, preventing marriages with economically disadvantaged individuals. Middle-class couple posed in formal attire, signifying social respectability and wealth. Cabinet card photography required substantial financial investment and planning. Visual proof of prosperity reinforced economic barriers separating marriageable classes. Bride wears fitted bodice with fashionable bustle drapery of the period. Professional wedding photographs cost several months' wages for workers. Expensive documentation served as status symbol, restricting access to wealthy families only. George Henry Woodward Twigg posed with wife in elaborate wedding attire. Studio photography expense demonstrated financial stability required for marriage. Working-class couples unable to afford portraits faced social discrimination. Bride wears dark fitted bodice with draped bustle overskirt. White wedding fabric showed wealth as only affluent families maintained pristine clothing. Orange blossom bouquets symbolized royal approval following Queen Victoria's tradition. Structured bodice and vertical lacing reflect 1890s fashion. The man's mustache and bow tie suggest respectability, while clothing clearly distinguished social classes and cross-class marriages. Bride wears white high-necked dress with fashionable puffed sleeves holding elaborate bouquet. Groom sports handlebar mustache in formal suit. Photography sessions costing months' salary excluded working-class couples from wedding documentation tradition. Elaborate lace gown, tiara, and tuxedo reflected aristocratic privilege. Marriage ceremonies reinforced class divisions, excluding many couples whose unions were discouraged or deemed unacceptable. Woman wears distinctive pigeon breast bodice with high-boned collar. Man displays watch chain across waistcoat signifying prosperity. Health corsets requiring medical oversight remained accessible only to wealthy women affording care. Bride wears fashionable puffed leg of mutton sleeves tight to wrist-showing style. Groom in dark tailored suit with boutonniere. Camera technology requiring motionless poses made photography impossible for impatient lower-class couples. Edwardian wedding portrait shows socially approved elegance. Such formal images often hid relationships that challenged class boundaries and faced quiet resistance within rigid marriage traditions. Victorian wedding portraits symbolized legal and social acceptance. Behind refined appearances, many couples struggled against strict rules deciding which unions society allowed or forbade. Bride's fitted bodice and full bustle skirt exemplified Victorian fashion. Groom wears dark suit with boutonniere. Cabinet cards preserved family historical moments from 1870s through 1900s. Woman wears formal dress with large puffed sleeves, serious expressions common due to ceremonial solemnity. Sepia-toned cabinet photos offered valuable insights into Victorian social norms. Vaudeville performers Frank Kern and wife posed with trained circus dog. Couple toured America with their popular variety act. Interracial marriage remained illegal in many states despite their entertainment industry success. I found this photo during my research, but no record links it to a forbidden marriage. Still, it feels strange. Why would a couple choose such an unusual wedding portrait? Share your thoughts in the comments. Victorian couple rode sociable tricycle, allowing unprecedented public interaction. Woman seated in front, while man steered from rear. Such activities challenged strict gender separation rules governing unmarried courtship. Performers Charles Stratton and Mercy Warren married at Grace Episcopal Church. P.T. Barnum promoted ceremony as fairy wedding, attracting attention. Society stigmatized marriages involving physical disabilities despite celebrity status. Mixed-race composer Samuel Coleridge Taylor married Englishwoman Jessie Walmisley despite parental objections. Jessica's parents initially rejected marriage due to Samuel's skin color. Couple gained family acceptance, with Samuel achieving international success. First Anglican Bishop of Victoria, British Columbia, posed with wife. Couple led social action movements advocating for colonies underprivileged. Interfaith marriages between Protestant denominations remained controversial despite their prominence. Veteran born 1783, photographed with wife 45 years after Waterloo. Maidment fought at Talavera, Salamanca, Victoria, and Toulouse. Class differences between military veterans and civilians limited marriage prospects. Second French Empire couple photographed in album and print. Composed expressions reflected Victorian social norms and respectability. Industrial Revolution created new merchant class, challenging aristocratic marriage traditions. Bride wears white gown inspired by Queen Victoria's 1840 wedding. White symbolized wealth, as fabric required expensive maintenance. Working-class brides wore practical dark colors, creating visible class distinctions. Bavarian Duke married Saxe-Coburg princess, displaying military medals. Cabinet card captured royal wedding with elaborate tiered gown. Royal marriages required dynastic approval, making love matches across ranks impossible. Haitian engineer Joseph-Philippe Laroche married white French woman Juliette Lafargue, facing rampant racism aboard Titanic. Family traveled to Haiti seeking better employment opportunities. Joseph did not survive the sinking while ensuring his family's safety. Chinese merchant Quang Tart posed with Australian wife Margaret and their 3 eldest children in formal garden setting. Their successful marriage challenged colonial prejudices against interracial unions. Caucasian Gladys married Japanese-American Gunjiro after California and Oregon declined marriage licenses. Both states prohibited mixed-race marriages by law. Couple traveled to Seattle, where interracial marriage was legal but socially condemned. British seismologist John Milne married Japanese Buddhist abbot's daughter Tone Horikawa in Tokyo. Couple used Anglo-Japanese dictionary to communicate during courtship. Their differing religious and cultural backgrounds caused adverse reactions. Chinese scholar Arcadia Huang married middle-class Parisian Marie-Claude Renier in 1713. Few records exist of European-Asian marriages, making union unthinkable. Marie-Claude passed away shortly after childbirth. Chinese man sits with wife, both wearing traditional cultural attire. Photograph demonstrates cultural pride despite anti-Chinese sentiment and exclusion laws. Many states prohibited Asian white marriages until mid-century legally. Maori woman Mire married Pākehā settler Alexander Cowan with baby Peta. New Zealand government encouraged intermarriage as means of civilizing Maori population. George Stevens, born in Mexico to Spanish mother, married Lucinda Violate Flake at Square Dance. Couple married in 1872, but 16 years later, such unions became illegal. Swiss-Italian photographer staged working-class models for Northern European tourists. Image reinforced exotic stereotypes of Southern Italian poverty. Class differences made marriages between wealthy tourists and local peasants impossible. Elizabeth Taylor from South Shields married Yemeni national Muhammad Hassan in 1920s. Couple faced high disapproval amongst British public during post-World War I era. Somalian seaman Mohammed Hassan married mixed-race Welsh woman Katie Link in Cardiff's Bute Town. Tiger Bay Dockland housed over 50 nationalities, creating Britain's first multi-ethnic community. French-trained engineer Joseph-Philippe Lemercier Laroche posed with white wife Juliette and children. Joseph couldn't find work in France due to racism. He ensured his family's safety during the voyage, but didn't survive. Botswana chief Seretse Khama married white English woman Ruth Williams, sparking controversy. British government exiled couple under South African apartheid pressure until 1956. White Irishman Charles Meehan married black Canadian Hester after childhood friendship. Couple married in Canada, where interracial marriage was legal but frowned upon. They pioneered biracial DeWitt, Nebraska community despite segregation laws. South Texas couple posed together, refusing to allow societal prejudice separate them. Texas enforced strict anti-miscegenation laws criminalizing interracial cohabitation. American Louis Gregory married British woman Louisa Matthews after meeting in Egypt. Couple faced anti-miscegenation laws throughout southern states. Their marriage remained legally prohibited in many regions despite slavery's abolition decades earlier. Unidentified interracial couple posed happily on wedding day despite social condemnation. Interracial marriage never prohibited in United Kingdom, but heavily frowned upon until 1960s. Edwardian couples smile together on wedding day despite social taboos. British society condemned interracial marriages, though never legally prohibited. Couples faced ostracism from families and communities throughout Victorian and Edwardian eras. English clerk Ruth Williams married Botswana heir Seretse Khama while he studied law in London. British government exiled couple for 6 years under apartheid pressure. Seretse later became Botswana's first president with Ruth as First Lady. Roger Mills and Berta Linson married in Jackson, Mississippi on August 2, 1970. Their union marked first legal interracial marriage in Mississippi. Wedding ended states' anti-miscegenation laws 3 years after federal loving decision. Famous actress Pearl Bailey married white jazz drummer Louis Bellson after 4-day courtship in London. Bellson was Duke Ellington's first white musician, raising Southern eyebrows. Couple adopted 2 children, remaining married 38 years until Bailey's death. Interracial couple Betty and Barney Hill married in Portsmouth, New Hampshire in 1960. Couple became famous claiming 1961 UFO abduction experience during vacation. Entertainer Sammy Davis Jr. married Swedish actress May Britt when interracial marriage is forbidden in 31 states. JFK's father pressured Davis postponing wedding, fearing lost Southern votes. Black journalist George Schuyler married white actress Josephine Cogdell from former slave-owning family in 1928. Josephine declared herself colored on marriage certificate due to racial dangers. Former slave Frederick Douglass married white abolitionist Helen Pitts after first wife's death. Marriage faced scorn from both black and white Americans. Douglass joked first wife was mother's color and second was father's color. 2 women posed closely together in outdoor garden wearing Edwardian clothing. Same-sex relationships faced criminal prosecution and social ostracism. Photographs documenting such affection were rarely preserved due to legal risks. 2 Victorian women posed intimately in matching dark dresses during era of repression. Society permitted women living together as female companions, if unmarried. Photographs documented same-sex affection despite societal condemnation. 2 Edwardian women photographed in tender studio portrait wearing period attire. Female same-sex relationships faced less scrutiny than male counterparts. Women could openly cohabitate under guise of companionship, avoiding persecution. 2 Victorian women displayed open affection in studio photograph defying norms. Same-sex female relationships often described as romantic friendships by historians. 2 women posed in masculine formal wear, including top hats and suits. Gender non-conforming clothing served as coded signals within underground communities. Photographs documented early gender expression, defying Victorian expectations. 2 women photographed together on city street during Roaring '20s era. Flapper fashion and post-WWI changes allowed greater female independence. Women's relationships gained visibility despite continued legal restrictions. 2 African American men posed in formal studio portrait during Jim Crow era. Men faced dual discrimination based on race and personal identity. Underground communities provided sanctuary for marginalized individuals seeking acceptance. 2 men photographed together in casual outdoor setting, wearing period clothing. Male same-sex relationships faced stricter laws than female counterparts. Men met discreetly at gentlemen's clubs, private social spaces, and parks. 2 Victorian men posed in formal suits during era of restrictive laws. Theatrical and circus worlds provided safe spaces for personal relationships. Studio portraits documented relationships despite risk of legal pressure. 2 men photographed close companionship in private garden setting during Edwardian era. Secret societies and private parties allowed same-sex individuals forging connections. Thank you for watching this journey through forgotten history. These rare photos prove that every moment matters, every face tells a story. Subscribe and like for more hidden historical secrets.